for BOR Management LLC, doing business as Triple Crown Cafe, 6245 Gravois. Present at the hearing is Ms. Mildred Bell Gibbons, the Executive Secretary to the Excise Division, Mr. Zach McMichael, the attorney for the applicant, Artie Zengali. You're a principal in the business, sir?
What's that? I'm sorry.
Are you a principal in the business?
No, I'm related to the family.
Okay, all right. Elmira Mika and Roello Mika, they're principals in the business. I'm Miles McDonald, the Excise Commissioner for the City of St. Louis. It is now 9:07 a.m. on November 17th, 2022. Okay, we got to introduce a few things. It's kind of boilerplate in all the hearings. The first one is the certified copy of St. Louis City Ordinance 68536. Any objections to the introduction of that ordinance?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay, the next thing is the file maintained on the applicant by the Excise Division. Any objection to the introduction of that file?
I'm going to make an objection that I make at most of these hearings. We came to the office last week and asked for a copy of these documents and they weren't given to us.
Okay,
So just to the extent that this is supposed to be a contested hearing
okay,
under the Missouri Administrative Procedures Act, I just want to make that objection that we
Okay.
haven't been given those documents before this hearing to review them and prepare,
all right,
decide what evidence is necessary to have submitted.
okay. Okay, that objection is noted. The next item that we're going to introduce is the results of the investigation conducted by the Excise Division regarding the requirement pursuant to the ordinance for a simple majority of signatures in two categories. First being the category of property owners within the petition circle, and the second category being qualified tenants occupants within the petition circle. Any objection to the introduction of the results of that investigation?
We had the same objection to this exhibit as we did to the previous one.
Okay, all right, okay, that's noted. Okay, we'll go there first.
And I would also like to ask your, Mr. Commissioner, before we get to what the exact results are, I would like to move for a 30-day continuance for my client to review those documents and figure out what evidence we need to bring to a later hearing to present the evidence that we need to present under a contested case.
Okay,
So
well,
it's a
I'm
termination.
not gonna do. We're gonna have the hearing, if the applicant is not qualified, then I'm required to deny the application. And you got, well, I mean, you know the procedures. You're not gonna-
Yes, I just think it's supposed to be a contested case, and we've been both not given the information last week when we came for and asked for it.
Okay,
And now we're not being given a continuance to look at that information. I think Missouri case law is very clear that at a contested case, that's your hearing, that's your trial where you have to bring all of your evidence. And we haven't been given the evidence that we need, that the excise commissioner is putting into
well,
the.
we didn't have we never got an entry from you as an attorney, one. And, I don't, there's a procedure for this. If they're denied, then they've got 30 days to appeal it to the circuit court. So, okay, we're gonna continue with the hearing at this point. In terms of the property owners, there's a total of 79 qualified within the petition circle.
Before we get to this, I have a brief recess to speak with my client.
Uh,
Just, I'm talking 2 to 3 minutes.
yeah,
max.
yeah, that's okay.
Thanks.
We are now back on the record in the matter of BOR Management LLC, 6245 Railway. For liquor application for a full drink, Sunday drink in the Summer Garden. when we left off, we're going to address the property owner issue. There's a total of 79 within the petition circle, majority of which is 41. The amount of signatures, approval signatures that the applicant has secured is 38. So there's 3 under the requirement in that category. The next category, the qualified tenants occupants within the petition circle. There's a total of 68, majority of which is 35. Total amount of tenants occupants that tendered approval signatures is 38, so there's an overage of 3 in that category. Okay, pursuant to the ordinance, I have to deny the approval of the application.
We'd like to present evidence.
Okay,
I would like to look at Exhibit C, and I would also like to elicit testimony from Ms. Bell Gibbons regarding her investigation.
well, I don't think Mr. Gibbons did the investigation.
That's what I was told. That I asked Donna Wisdom, and she told me not to speak with her about it, but to speak with Mildred. But Donna Wisdom's fine if that's who did the investigation.
Well, let me see.
Didn't count. It should have. Dating, it's a signature, and then, the answer, like, the one who's-
Well, this doesn't matter, because I got 42 and I only need 39, 30.
Yeah, if you got 38, so you're down with this. All the glory down. You're above it, so you're good.
What else? No, she's coming.
Okay,
Yeah.
can I,
How are
Hey.
you?
How's it going?
Hey, can I see Exhibit C?
I'm sorry.
What is that?
That was the results.
These things here?
Thank you.
You guys want to go over that real quick? And-
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Once we go over this, I'll call you back. You don't need to stand there and
It's
wait
just-
for
Yeah,
us.
it's just the 2 that we're missing. I'm hoping it's the ones you said, remember when I was there, you said you couldn't verify 2 and one.
Yeah, so I called him, he answered the phone, one of them I was able to verify, so I gave you that one, but the
Okay.
other one, he wouldn't talk to me. He hung up and he said he was gonna call back, he never did, so I couldn't do anything with it.
What question?
The AL, yeah,
Yeah,
he's the only one that I couldn't verify. He wouldn't, he answered, I told him who I was, what I wanted, and he was like, I gotta call you back, quick,
don't wanna talk?
Nope.
All right,
and never called me back either.
yeah.
And that was yesterday. I tried all the way up until yesterday. Yep.
Thank you.
Okay.
Dime más que se más fuerte se llama. Más me fuerte que
So we're gonna go off the record briefly. Okay, go ahead. I'm sure.
Okay. So should 68 be removed from the list of property owners?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so is it fair to say that instead of 79, there should be 78?
correct.
Okay.
Jefferson, is that on Barbara? 6254 Barbara?
I'll leave.
Medina.
So
Is that on- I need to check that. Okay. So one short. This is all we know. I think, I don't think much, I know, but it's not, you know.
I tried to make contact with him several times and he just,
That's like our guy.
yeah, he hung up the phone. He said he'll
Probably doesn't know who you are.
identify myself.
I know, but you know,
Every day for the coffee.
it's just, that's all he.
so okay, ma'am, I have no further questions for you.
Thank you.
Okay, so where are we? We got how many?
I'm gonna just redo it real quick just to make sure.
Thank you. Can I step out for a second?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just for a second. But we got people who've been out there over half
I
hour.
know.
Okay,
I-
go ahead.
Thank you.
And,
We're now back on the record.
Mildred, one more quick question. This is an attachment to Exhibit C that you talked about previously. Are these your notes about signatures that were not counted?
Correct.
Okay. and if
Well, actually, some of the signatures, we weren't, because we received multiple signatures, there's different reasons why we took them back out. Yeah,
Okay, and I want to ask you specifically about number 7, 6270. Groner, I think is how you pronounce it,
okay,
Gainer,
Gainer. Anthony Lucas, and it says OR next to it. What does that mean?
out of radius.
Out of radius?
Mhm.
He's for a while. And I was gonna- If I have him on the phone, do you have to call? Do you guys have to call?
like, it's too late for that, right?
Too late?
Yes, too late.
Tell him just to hang on. just
She
a
called
second.
you, right? But you told her you have to call
Hold on,
back.
just Tell him to hold on, we'll ask him questions in a second.
So you don't understand her? That's okay. Okay, well, I'm here with them, but can you hold on for me, please? Because your signature is very important. to me.
Okay, I'm done with questions for Mildred.
Okay. We gotta proceed with it. Uh,
I would like to talk to the gentleman on the phone.
well, it's too late. I mean, whatever we're not gonna add his signature today.
Under what? This is the first we've learned.
Hi,
Sir,
Ellie.
one
Sorry.
second.
We're
I'll
not
talk
gonna
to you
have
a
a
second.
big argument.
This is the first that we've learned
Okay,
of Exhibit C that the signature wasn't counted, and she said that she tried to call,
yeah,
and so we're trying to present our evidence. Hold on.
well, and
We're trying to
Dan
prevent-
did not call her back like he said he was.
But
gonna.
where does it say in the ordinance that excise is supposed to call anybody to verify any signature?
That's our procedure.
That's under
We're
what,
gonna,
your
we're gonna
regulation on it?
proceed with this, but I have to get the other hearings done today.
Yeah, which is why we asked for this information early. So
Okay.
I would
I
ask
can
that
understand what
we,
you're saying.
so I'm gonna renew my request for a, very brief, 10-day continuance so that we can have this gentleman who's on the phone to tell excise that his signature should be counted, that it's his.
Even if it is his, he's still one
Yeah,
short.
should be one shot.
You can- you're gonna start a review for us.
And I think we also need time to review the rest of this list. So I would just renew my request for a brief continuance so we can review this list in detail that we just got today for the first time.
Well. I'm not gonna do that. Still be one short.
Will you let us withdraw the petition?
You know what? Yeah, that you can do.
Okay, well, let me make sure my client's on board with that.
Then wait another. Yeah. Can't get like 10 days for all, we just say yes and then, because I'm more sure. And look at that one, be like,
This is, can I tell you how this works?
yeah, sure, sorry.
If
Really my
you're
first one.
denied, you gotta wait 2 months before you can refile, okay? If I let you withdraw, this is what your attorney asked, and I agreed with him that you can withdraw the application. So then you can start, you have to file a new application, but you can start tomorrow if you wish. And, but just make sure you have all the signatures lined up. Okay?
And we submit them, in like a week
Yeah.
if I get them all,
Well,
let's say.
yeah, but you have to go through the whole process again.
Also, like,
It's up to you how quick you can get it together.
so the process of postcards being sent out and
Yeah, we gotta do all that.
all that again.
Yeah, but you can file the application, like I said, tomorrow.
Wait 2 months, or you wait tomorrow. You gotta wait for the whole process. So it's like being denied.
Okay, then I'm gonna withdraw.
Okay.
We'd like to withdraw
Can I
the,
have the file back?
oh, yes, sir. I can't keep it. So,
Well, you could.
For one short,
So, looking at
so what,
even though we're 10 over on.
Still-
We're 10 over
yeah,
here.
we'll talk about it all, but. So, your, Mr. Commissioner, we would like to withdraw the application.
Okay. Okay, part of the record, the applicant through council has requested to withdraw the application. That request has been approved. The application on, let's see, on November 17th, 2022, hearing has been withdrawn.
Sorry for delaying you.
No, that's
for
all
the
right.
day.
Uh,
Was not my intent.
I understand, that happens, I mean, that's.
Thanks.
Sure, take care of it.
I'll see you soon.
Okay,
I don't have anything else in front of you right now, but I'm sure I'll have something else. at some point.
well, yeah, but just make sure that they got all the signatures.
Yeah, it's just hard to
I-
figure
I
out
know,
what you guys are
I-
gonna count and not.
I
So if
get
we
you.
can figure out a way to do that, I think that would help us a lot.
Okay, yeah,
This-
I'd like to.
this week came on Monday and said, hey, they won't, they won't even give us the list, so we have to really handwrite everything.
Okay,
You know what I mean? Like, we really have to, they won't let us take a picture.
let me get
Yeah.
going. Okay, where, the hearing's concluded, the application is withdrawn, and are now going off the record. Matter of a liquor license application for, Central West End Hotel Group LLC, 4630 Wendell. Present at the hearing is Ms. Mildred Bell Gibbons, the Executive Secretary for the Excise Division. Mr. Matthew Abbott, a principal in the business. Mr. Mark Musselman, another principal in the business, and the agent for the applicant, Ms. Virginia Kilgallen. I'm Miles McDonald, the Excise Commissioner for the City of St. Louis. It is 9:50 a.m. on November 17th, 2022. We're going to introduce a few things as exhibits. First one being certified copy of St. Louis City Ordinance 68536, which governs the issuance of liquor licenses in the city of St. Louis. Any objection to the introduction of that ordinance?
No.
Okay. And the next thing is a file maintained by the Excise Division on the applicant. Any objection to the introduction of that file?
No.
Okay, and the next thing is results of investigations conducted by the Excise Division regarding requirement for approval signatures within the petition circle of two categories. First one being property owners and second one being qualified tenants within the petition circle. Any objection to the introduction of the results of that investigation?
No.
Okay, all right. As far as property owner goes, there's a total of 20 qualified within the petition circle. Majority of which is 11. The applicant has secured 11 approval signatures, so that's fine there. The next category is qualified tenants occupants. The majority, there's a total of 68, majority of which is 35. The tenant has secured 36 approval signatures, so there's an overage of 1 in that category. Everything's fine there. I see no reason to think that this premises could be a detriment to the neighborhood. So with that having been said, I'm now approving the application. The application has been approved. The hearing is concluded, and we are now going off the record.